a big performance a weekend ago, as it'll be the Baltimore Ravens taking on the New York Giants. I'll be back with you again with scores around the league at halftime. But kickoff right around the corner. And standing by to call the action, here are Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, we welcome everybody to the Garden State. EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Baltimore Ravens and the New York Giants. Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, you take a look at this Giants ball club. It's an early test here after 2 losses to start the season, and a game they probably really need.
Obviously, no way do they want to get to 0-3. Not many teams make the playoffs with that kind of a start.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Ravens, it's been a great start to the season. Back-to-back wins to begin the campaign.
Yeah, you don't want to get too excited. There's still a lot of season to go, but they've come out playing good fundamental football, and that might carry them a long way.
The children will groan. It's the final weekend of summer, but we've got the NFL, and we're underway on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Giants ready to start their initial drive of the game. And they will be led out by their 6'6" quarterback.
And this could be a whole lot of fun because if his game plan goes into effect early, we're going to see some shots downfield, aren't we? What did he talk to us about? Stretching the field. Wants to open things up for not just his receivers, but for anything underneath.
Well, that was the theme, the front page of the sports section. What did the columnists write? Possible air raid. So we'll see.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how the coaches view that, right? What? Who gave away the game plan? I think it's pretty obvious, though. That'll help them win.
Off play action. Herbert. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Now we've got a Giant player here slow to get up after that last play. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Herbert gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance. I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So, second catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So, if they can get him going in the passing game, that should open up his running game, too. On 1st and 10, Herbert. He completes it to Tate. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Here's the offense, and we give you too much power here. We let you highlight the player. Why'd you choose Zeitler?
Because I think the big guys up front never get enough credit. Kevin Zeitler, a guard, tough, nasty. We've got to give him some love.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. A first carry for the former Nittany Lion. This is Saquon Barkley. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 7 yards there and a 1st down. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 15 carries, 56 yards.
I can't remember the last time we did a game and a coach didn't talk about establishing the run first. but they've lost 2 straight games. So they still want to do that, but they've got to have some contingencies, some other options. Expect them maybe to throw it a little bit to open up things and maybe run it a little bit more later in the game.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
Okay, I'm not so great at math, but I just looked over at our statistician Marvin, and he signaled to me 5 for 5 to get things started here on this opening drive. Where I come from, that's pretty good.
That is pretty good. Now, what do you do defensively to adjust?
Well, this is where you've got to make a decision as a defensive coordinator. Do you really get after the quarterback, or maybe you tighten down on the receivers, bump them off of their routes, chip away at their timing, so things aren't as precise as they've been so far in this game.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. A look now at the lineup defensively for the Ravens. They've been pretty good against the pass. Not amazing, but good. Number 13 in the league.
And since this is such a good unit of covering passes downfield, I think that last play is typical of what we might see. A lot of short passes, see if they can generate some run after the catch, but nothing doing on that one.
Second and 10 now from the 27.
Number 53, Mike 53.
Throwing again. Herbert. And down inside the 15 he goes. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 13-yard line. Pretty solid start for the rookie here on this first drive, Charles.
Able to have some confidence, stepping back into the pocket, move around a little bit, find open receivers, and deliver. That just means his confidence is going to continue to grow because he's getting more and more comfortable with each completed pass.
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. And so far, a very nice, methodical opening drive.
This has the feel of a scripted drive that they rehearsed perfectly all week long, and now they're executing it on game day.
Script looks good so far. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's second and 12. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. Sets him up nicely. First and goal. It was a pickup of 14.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
We go. 18 Gator. Hey, come on now, come on now. Let's go.
Looking to throw. Herbert. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
On second down, here's Barkley. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. A nice run there, 8 yards, moves him much closer to the goal line now for third down. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, and now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
Well, they didn't get in the end zone, but pretty good balance there on the opening drive between the run and the pass.
Yeah, I think that's probably what they wanted to get accomplished right out of the gate. Throw the ball with success, run it, of course, to set the tone. So who saw the offensive coordinator's play sheet? Probably wrote himself a little note. Exactly what we wanted to do. Probed it early and got it done.
So here are the Ravens now as they get set for their opening possession. Commanding the offense will be Lamar Jackson, the electric quarterback out of the University of Louisville.
And what a performance in his last game. couple of touchdown passes. That was positive.
But more than 2 interceptions.
Yeah, that's not what he's looking for. What did Vince Lombardi say, though? Winning isn't everything.
It's the only thing.
And that's what he hangs his hat on after last week's game.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Not today, not today. He's checking up.
And the former Heisman winner, this is Mark Ingram. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. A gain of 3, 2nd down. And a very good offensive unit here. One of the reasons they're so good is running back Mark Ingram.
Took a little while for him to find his footing when he got into the league, but the former Heisman Trophy winner has it now and has really upped his pass receiving potential. A nice player.
Check it back.
On 2nd and 7, Jackson eluding the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a 1st down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's going deep for Brown. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Hollywood Brown, the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down. A look at the starters now on the defensive side of the ball for the Giants. And right now in the National Football League, they're ranked number 18 against the pass.
And when you're getting ready to face the number 1 overall offense in the NFL, it does not matter where you rank defensively because you got your hands full. You don't know what you're going to face, but you know that that's a strong unit that you're getting ready for.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. Check.
A handoff. It's Mark Ingram. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
And 5 in the secondary now for the Giants on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Jackson. That's caught by the former Sooner, Mark Andrews. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore 1st down. Well, that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. That one good for 13 and a Raven 1st down. The numbers for him from a week ago: 5 catches, 73 yards.
And most teams mark down big plays as ones that gain 10 yards or more. He certainly has big playability, and we just saw it on display.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line.
How about that? One of the so-called little guys putting the pressure on. That was the strong safety. When I was in college, we often called that a lightning blitz.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down.
Watch the screen. Big dash, big dash. Go.
To throw is Jackson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Andrews. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. Jackson now off the bootleg, sliding out of the pocket. And now he's going to use his legs. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. Second and goal from the 1.
Watch QB drop. Watch QB drop. Switch. Check me.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Miles Boykin, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Ravens have taken the lead.
As a former defender, I would be angry as well. Could not get off the field. Well-executed offensive drive. No matter what the defense tried, they couldn't stop them.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. A pretty long drive that time, 11 plays all told. And it's capped off with a Ravens touchdown. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And New York set to take the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that would help him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. And this is a guy straight out of college. They're not going to try to groom for a year or two. They want him to produce right away.
That's why they took him in the first round. They expect him to be a starter right away and a future all-pro. So they don't have any time to wait for him to come along. They want him to play right now to help this team.
And you take a look at this draft class from a season ago. Really, it grades out as a pretty darn good class.
So you have to give a lot of credit to the entire scouting organization. General manager, personnel department, college scouts, all came together. They evaluated it very well and got a nice payoff.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. From the gun, Herbert. And that will be incomplete.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. It's the 3rd time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from it. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the first quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Coming back out to take the field, Mark Andrews and company. The early returns for him, very good to start this season. Interesting to see if he can keep up that torrid pace.
Yeah, when you're talking about averaging 100 yards a game as a receiver, extrapolate that over 16 games, and you're having a monster season. So, yeah, you love what he's doing early, but I think it's got to go back to the offseason, doesn't it? It's got to go back to the roots, spending time with the guy who's going to throw the ball to him, spending time watching tape, spending time reading defenses, and, of course, getting himself ready to play.
10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely, and what they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same. but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
First carry now for Justice Hill. And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory. Bud Dupree, a former first-round pick, in on the stop.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
They run. It's Mark Ingram. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 7 yards there and a first down. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Now Jackson on first down. And he floated one out there incomplete.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws, somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead of going to an opposite color jersey.
So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. On the carry, it's Hill. And here's another tackle made at the line. So they're converging well on the football now. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10. You don't see that a ton, do you? Where the cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball is moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
On 3rd down, Jackson. And the throw there going to be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. And this will be covered up. Pretty good result. It'll be down at the 14-yard line. Here's the Giant offense now making their way back out onto the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do? And the pass is intercepted. He was looking for Ingram. Picked off by Patrick Onwuasor. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. They brought the house that time on the young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that, the ball's got to get out of your hands quickly, and that means your receivers have to understand they have to break up their routes quickly as well.
Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. After the interception, here's Jackson. Flushed out right. And he's going to keep it here. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Nice job there defensively. A great time to dial up a blitz.
And give him credit under center instead of throwing it away. Actually a pretty good job of getting past the line of scrimmage, not losing yardage. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. This is Ingram. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. This is kind of one of those in-between plays here, Charles, on 3rd and goal from the 2 or the 3 in that area. What do you dial up?
Something quick hitting. You don't have the time for something that develops slowly. It's got to be right at them if you're going to run the football. And if you're going to throw it, something quick, get it out of your hands in a hurry.
This is 3rd and goal. And this Giants defense, they have withstood the test thus far. Now Jackson off the bootleg. This one complete to Ingram. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Mark Ingram, his second touchdown on the season as the Ravens push further out in front. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Tucker with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Scoring summary, 3-play drive, and it's capped off by the Baltimore score. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Here again comes the captain of this offense leading his crew back out there now. He's got to dig deep here, doesn't he? Team's losing. He's not playing well either.
And they always tell you, don't press. You'll make things a little bit worse. But in this particular situation, you try and heighten your play a little bit. So far, he's thrown 1 interception. He wants to balance that off with at least 1 touchdown pass in order to get his team back moving forward.
It's a giant first down on a gain of 16.
And another thing that makes the comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Herbert will get this out to Barkley, complete. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and that'll bring up 2nd down. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. A give to Barkley out of the gun. And a good burst there gets him 7 up to midfield.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The Giants on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Back to throw. Herbert got a man, Slayton. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens 40. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the 1st down.
This quarterback now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a giant 1st down on a gain of 16.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's a carry for a former starter. This is Lamar Miller. And down inside the 15 he goes. 10 yards, good for a giant 1st down.
This has been a good drive so far. It's been the running game for the most part that's powered them down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a 1st down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
Come on, set. 60 or. Ready?
He's got his man. This is Tate. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when and told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. A 5-yard pass on 1st down and another 5-yard connection there. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Looking to throw. Herbert into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. He's at the 50. He's at the 40. Past the 20. 10. And he will bring this back. It's a pick six and a Raven touchdown. So a dangerous pass over the middle into zone coverage, and it bit him hard.
And what's really difficult when you throw it in that direction and versus that zone, that means the linebackers have gotten to their spot, gotten their heads back around, and they can see the quarterback and everything in front of them. And they took big advantage of it, went the other direction, excellent blocking, and picked up a touchdown.
Tucker now for the extra point. And it's 21-3. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. This will be taken in at the 1. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Saquon Barkley and the Giants offense set to kick off their next drive. And I'm wondering if maybe they don't go away from him on this drive a little bit. He's been great, but they haven't scored a lot of points.
I think they still have to show him as a threat. Make sure he touches it a few times. But as you pointed out, use him as a decoy a little bit and get the ball in the hands of some other people in order to put more points on the board. But he's done a really nice job of establishing them with his running.
Yeah, he's established himself well. Now can they put more points up? Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Herbert, wide open receiver, complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
And that's why defensive coaches preach swarming to the football. It's usually going to take more than one guy to get that big man down.
And it did right there. Multiple broken tackles, but they eventually get him down. Off the play fake. Herbert. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Saquon Barkley. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
From the gun on 3rd down. Herbert, and Tate's got it. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Catch number 4 for him on the afternoon, and it'll give him a 1st down.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
He used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
On 2nd down now. Barkley, and he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
I know flashy plays, splashy plays, as people like to call them, that attracts a lot of attention. But let's face it, when you're efficient, that can control a ball game. And I love the game plan they've got going right now.
Back-to-back 5-yard gains. Didn't force the ball downfield, picked it up on the ground.
Yeah, offensive line, they're getting it done.
They run with Barkley on 1st down, and he gets about 5 out of it. Marcus Peters up to make the tackle. On 2nd down, here's Miller. On this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. Now, after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium.
15 line. 15 line.
You gonna see me in your nightmares, son. You gonna
Get it. Play.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helped to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress. And he's going to bull his way into the end zone for a Giants touchdown. Saquon Barkley, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Giants are able to cut into this lead.
Well, without a doubt, all credit's got to go to the runner. Found his way into the end zone, but the defensive guys just not wrapping up well when they try to tackle him.
And that's the thing. You've got to wrap up. A lot of times these days you see guys, they just want to go as hard as they can and throw their body at somebody. That's not old school football, though.
No, old school football is fundamentals. Wrapping up, locking your hands, and trying to get him on the ground.
Rosas good with the extra point, and it makes the score 21-10. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3-and-out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Hey, come on out here. Come get some. Come get some. Come on here. Come get some. Here.
They go play action with Jackson. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
Watch it. Check 26. Check 26.
Jackson now on 2nd and 10. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Jackson over the middle, complete. It's Andrews. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. From the gun, it's a run for Ingram. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
First down, Ravens. Here we go. Check that. Check.
From the gun, Jackson. A quick throw here, that's complete. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Check. Lucky.
Now it's Jackson. Flush to his right. Now he'll pull it down. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
Let's go now. Not a whoop. Bring it.
Jackson on first down. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Andrews. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down. Here's Jackson. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. You're under 30 seconds to go. Field position not great. Time to call it a half, wouldn't you say?
Well, you know we all have that little extra gene that says let's push the envelope a little bit, right? What needs to be going through the play caller's mind right now, a potential fumbled snap that can get returned, a strip sack that can get returned, right? Any of those types of plays, that should be a deterrent to calling something that could get you in big trouble.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Under pressure and down he goes in the end zone, and that's a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender. To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
So we've reached the intermission in what right now is a 13-point game. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks. And welcome in everybody to our EA Sports.
And we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup. The Ravens ready to receive it. And they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Ravens to take over on offense. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. And the third quarter starts with a run by Ingram. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Jackson, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Dexter Lawrence, able to get him for a loss of about 3. Well, it was 2nd long, now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Jackson, and an alley to run. Jackson hit, and he lost the football.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
Here's Jackson to throw. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Bud Dupree charging hard from that linebacker spot, and he drops him for a loss of 11.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Now it's Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. He'll try and run it. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain.
Partner was a definite passing down, but he was able to leak out and pick up some good yardage, even though the coverage was excellent. Maybe it's not exactly how they drew it up, but he still got a big chunk of yardage on second down.
To throw on third down. Jackson got his man complete over the middle. That's Andrews. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on fourth down, and they're going to go for it. They're running. Ingram. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Giants are going to take over in great field position. Well, they've clearly made a conscious decision here to be more aggressive in the late stages of this game here in the second half.
And I get it. In this situation, if you want to be aggressive out near midfield, you feel good about your defense maybe, or just, hey, I thought I had a proper play call. But how about the guys that just stopped them? How good do they feel right now? Hey, you want to go for it here? We shut you down. You're over on the bench right now feeling great.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. It's a Giant first down on a gain of 16.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
2 yards on the carry there, and it'll be second down. They'll go to Barkley again. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Finds his tight end, Ingram. It's a gain of 11 and a Giant first down.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
On the set.
53, Mike. Here we go. Check 24.
A first down carry for Barkley. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll make it second and 12. After seeing that, maybe time to go back to some downfield throws here.
Yeah, anything. Change it up, because the teams that win, the best teams, they're the ones that make adjustments. Doesn't mean you can't come back to what you thought you could get done. Sometimes when you open things up a little bit, you can get back to what you wanted to do before.
This carry with the extra effort is going to get him stopped up just shy of the 10. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive.
On a second and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on third down.
They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Back to throw. Herbert. And eventually he's taken down here. Great coverage downfield, resulting in the sack. Matt Judon able to record his 5th sack of the season.
That I'm struggling to understand a little bit. That close to the goal line, first down, run the football. If you want to throw it, throw some play action on second down.
They'll try again on second and goal after going backwards to the 12. On the draw, this is Barkley. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets him back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Looking to throw. Herbert. And down he goes. A coverage sack. Took too long to get rid of it. Jalen Ferguson. He's the culprit. Causes a loss of 5, and it brings up 4th down. That's number 4. Sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie. And that's indeed the case because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated it into their own defensive scheme, and continued to get after this quarterback.
And now this defense will be searching for sack number 5. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on,
one?
what does that mean, break out? Just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
They'll fake the give to Ingram. Now Jackson. This will be caught by Brown. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown, his 3rd touchdown now on the year as the Ravens push further out in front. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
Now Tucker to add the PAT. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. One of the shortest drives you'll ever see. One play, 75 yards, 6 points. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple of extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The offense takes the field, and we turn our attention to Saquon Barkley. And there are the numbers. Got off to that torrid hot start. We thought he was in for maybe a career day. Not the case.
No doubt about it. It almost looks like a misprint after what we saw in the first half. But let's give a little bit of credit to the guys on the other side of the ball. They're winning it.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off around the 41, and they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
On 1st down, it's Ingram. And he's going to get this inside the 30. That one good for 13 and a Raven 1st down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Got it. Check flag 47. All right. Here we go. Let's go, D. Let's go. Go. All right, let's get there. Time go.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Hill. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Watch the field. Back.
Ingram. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down. If this defense wants to stay in this ballgame, they've got to start ending some drives. That helps.
And they have to look ahead at what they expect the offense to do, and right now with that lead, that's run the football. So you don't just stack the line of scrimmage. You have to get upfield and try and make some plays in their backfield.
Check 99. Check 99.
From the gun on third down, Jackson eluding the pressure right. He may try and run for this. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, get some 9 yards and a first.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
They'll run on first down. Ingram. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Now it appears we've got an injured Raven down there on the field. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Check.
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. 15 yards as the Ravens push further out in front. Not the first time on this drive we saw him take matters into his own hands, and this time he finishes things off with a touchdown run.
You're not going to be happy with me, but I think he took matters into his own feet, didn't he?
Oh, Davis from the top rope. I like it. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And New York set to take the field. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Welcome back now here in East Rutherford. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. On first down, Herbert. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. It'll be a gain of 6, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
He completes it to Tate. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. That time they hit him out of the slot on the drag.
And that route takes some fortitude from the guy running it because he knows he's going through the briar patch, as I like to call it, right? He's trying to work his way through all that traffic, and people want to put a little contact on him. Really well done.
And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 18.
For many teams, the evaluation of tight ends has really changed. We used to wonder about how they would block first and foremost. Now we want to know how these guys can run because we envision them in offenses catch the ball. How much yardage can they gain after that?
And that on display there for a good pickup. On first down, Barkley. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. So they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. From the gun on 3rd down, Herbert. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Giants are able to draw a bit closer. Coaches must really like to see that from the quarterback because he's had the interceptions in this game, but they're able to connect on the touchdown pass.
And teammates love to see that because they know that they miss blocks during a game, but they come back and make them later on. They miss tackles, right? They miss making plays, but the spotlight is magnified on your quarterback. And when he stands up to the pressure and comes back and throws a touchdown pass after throwing some picks earlier, they feel great about that guy.
And likewise for him personally, as a rookie quarterback, has to give him more confidence.
After review of the play,
it took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts. They'll try and throw for it. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And he'll get into the end zone as the 2-point conversion is successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This one taken just inside the 10. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. Now there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there of playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation when they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. Snead's got it. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. Wilson with a first down carry. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd down.
Typically on the read option play, when we talk about responsibilities, we're talking about what the quarterback has to go through. How about the inside linebacker, though? His job on this play, shadow the quarterback and hold him to a short gain. Did it to perfection.
The Ravens on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. They go play action now. Jackson. Flushed out right. He can run for it, and he will. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
John Harbaugh going to roll the dice. They're going for it on 4th down.
24 is the mark. Watch this play.
They'll try and throw for it to Jackson, and it is incomplete. Credit Julian Love with a pass breakup. And I am not sure, partner, there what the mindset was to go for it. I don't know.
And some teams just feel that possession is the key to everything. They just want to have the football in their hands. No matter how it goes to the other team, they just don't trust doing that. So they say, listen, go for it and try.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Matt Judon in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Now this pass into the hands of Saquon Barkley. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? They'll get this out to Barkley complete. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get the 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. First down, Giants on a pickup of 14. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. First down for the Giants as they pick up 12. Throwing on 1st down. Herbert, he's got his man. This is Tate. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. They'll run with Barkley. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11.
Let's go! Let's go!
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
90 wolf. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. That's another Giants. Get it.
On 1st and 10, Herbert. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Back to throw. Herbert, nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and it's picked up by the Ravens. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
Brandon, I don't want to violate any of our broadcasting rules by declaring a game over before it's over. But that one, That puts them in real jeopardy there.
Absolutely. It was a two-possession game. It is a two-possession game at this stage in the fourth. They needed points out of that drive.
And obviously now, no chance at all to get those points that they so desperately needed.
They will get 4 yards here on the first down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Watch the pass. Watch safety creep. Watch safety block. Safety's creeping. Check.
Here's Hill one more time. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. It's a pickup of 3, and we have now arrived at the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
You don't want none. Shoot. Check 31. Watch twist.
They'll go with Hill here on first down. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here.
Go. Jim. Check.
Going again on the ground here with Hill. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On 3rd down, Jackson. Got him in. It's Brown. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. The drive stays alive, a 3rd down gain of 8.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that guy can be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and it picked up a first down for them, too.
Switch. Check 50.
Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. Buying time to his left. He'll run it. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Switch.
Now a first carry for their fullback. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. 4th quarter, holding on to a lead. Fullback carry, 3 or 4 yards. I guess that's what you're looking for.
And it just brings back memories for me because I remember my coaches in this situation. I remember one time my head coach into his headset telling the offensive coordinator, I want the big boy carrying the ball. And that's what you have in this spot. Him covering up on the ball, taking care of it, and grinding out yardage.
Tackle made by Marcus Golden. Well, I know at points in this when you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points that were being put on the scoreboard. You're a defensive guy, but it was a fun little track meet, wasn't it?
It was, and you know the people really enjoyed this game? They're the ones that like going to batting practice at the Major League Baseball parks, right? Seeing the 14-11 game, that sort of deal. That's right up their alley with what we saw in this one.
So for the Ravens, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll have another road date next week with the Cincinnati Bengals. Meanwhile, for the Giants, The early struggles continue as they'll sink to 0-3. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Santa Clara to take on the 49ers. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
Up this magic with the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror now, I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing. Now I hit the scene, they like lights, camera, action. Living in a dream, now my music, they be blasting. Step out, I'm a star, always in the latest fashion. Had to set the bar, tried to catch me lacking. Bank account for my son, he won't have to struggle. You can see it in my eyes, all I do is hustle. They tried to knock me off my feet, I'm ready to rumble. Felt like I ain't ate in weeks, working off the muscle. Oh yeah, oh my, we ride for my brothers, no lie. All you can die, never wrong, they right. I ain't changing my side, yeah, we in it for life. And I've been up this magic with the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror now, I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laugh. Hey, how could you lie to my face? People claim that they be loyal, they be taking up space. See my broski lose his heart when he was fighting that case. Took so many yells, I'm not going back to those days. I'ma treat you how you treat me, do you like how it tastes? Shawty, use a can't treat you like my ace. I got way too many problems to be worried, I'm straight. Me and Craig had to watch for the Jakes. On the road, this crazy, I get 80 a show. Say my money, stack it up, it look like I'm foreign cars, driving fast, I never done this before. Yeah, drown out my problems, let me. When I've been up this magic with the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror now, I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing.
Big numbers, 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, whole team counted, that's a big number.
Hey, foreign cars, foreign seats with the foreign leather. Foreign number, put the card in the ATM in the sad era. Yeah, flex mode, this ain't Southwest, this is